So I'm quitting a 250,000 subscribers YouTube channel that I've been building since 2020. And I'm gonna explain why I'm doing it, what I'm quitting. But the reason is probably not the one you are expecting, because what happened is that was my dream. I really dreamed to be a YouTuber since I was a kid. My main dream was to be a football player, and I wanted to actually play in the big teams, in the national team and all that. So when I was 18, I've been playing since I was 4 years old, like 16 years. Um, so when I was 16, 18, I realized that my dream was not a reality anymore. But I still wanted to make something big. So I started my YouTube channel in pandemic while I was studying, sharing like advices about fitness and all the things that I was learning and documenting my progress. And so I grew 100,000 followers in just 9 months in my channel. That channel is in Spanish. You can go check it out. Maybe I'll leave it in the description. If not, you can just type Nahuel Saluso, which is my name. But probably I just leave it in the description. So I learned a lot over the last years. And the main thing for me is that the identity of the person who started a YouTube channel is not the same identity that I am today. And so when I started sharing advices on how to train on home, diets, foods, what to eat, like everything that I was learning. And I in that moment didn't understand anything about avatar marketing, sales, audience, niche, any of that stuff. And so my audience started being mainly teenagers who wanted to get in shape. And I didn't have like, the only thing I knew is when I want to help people. That was like the main thing, and that I like fitness. And what I learned is that first, my identity back then was around the environment that I had. And so I changed a lot over the years. And when I gained that first following, I didn't feel like I was the same person anymore. And I tried to, so what happened is I was like really niche down, making content on how to get in shape, training at home. And so the people, the followers that I gained were followers that only care about that. And when I started posting about my personal life and other stuff, people would not care. And I didn't understand why. And so I realized that it was because I grew my identity, I changed my identity, I progressed, but most people didn't, which is okay. And it's always gonna be that way, that people don't change. But the thing for me is that I didn't start creating content of myself because I believe that if you are a content creator, you are the niche. Because we as a persons, we don't have only just one thing on our lives. We don't have only the things that we do for work. For example, if you are an architect, if you are a fitness trainer, if you are a YouTuber, if you are a lawyer, you are not just that profession. You have your relationships, you have your hobbies, the different things that you like. And I believe and I learned that I needed to start posting about everything in my life since the beginning. Because when I started posting about other stuff, people would not watch it. And also because that channel that I do in Spanish, I kind of hit the ceiling in terms of how much can I get from that channel. First, because of the identity thing that was holding me back, and I realized I wasn't growing following because that audience was not watching the content anymore. And when I posted that content, like YouTube would not show that content to new people because the people were not engaging with the content. And the other reason why is because I always dream to be in this market, which is the English market, since I started. Because I always like the challenges, and I have a really big dream, and maybe a lot of people who wanted to be athletes feel the same way, where you have the dream of, like, you dream really big to be an athlete, to have this lifestyle, to play in the big teams, to, you know, be at the level that you always dream of, to take care of your family, to be the person who really stand out in your family. But when that dreams is broken and you don't have it anymore, you feel empty. And so if you don't have anything else to try to fulfill that dream, I think it's something that you're gonna have all your life trying to, like, you can try to hide it, but you cannot escape it. It's always gonna be in your mind, following you, that you gotta achieve greatness, that you gotta be good, that you gotta be really successful. You gotta achieve it because that's your duty, that's your destiny. You really believe that, and you cannot escape that because your destiny is to be successful. And only athletes and people with big dreams will understand that. And I wouldn't just stop doing what I was doing until I achieved greatness. And I felt like with my past YouTube channel, I couldn't get to the level that I wanted to. And so I created this new one. When I moved to LA in 2023, and I went from a place where not one knows who I was. And so I started changing my beliefs, my actions, my behaviors, because I felt like free. I could become anything that I wanted. That was one of the biggest sensations that I had. I felt free. I can do whatever that I want. And so I wanted to just be great. And I felt like my past environment was holding me back to achieve that. And you know, when you feel like people don't understand you anymore, well, that was what I was feeling. And so that was like the learning that I had. And I needed to just stop the other YouTube channel, at least for some time, because I really felt how that was like playing some role in my subconscious mind that wouldn't allow me to actually free myself, to be free to fly, to achieve anything that I wanted. And so I'm really, excited and happy, and I wanted to do this video because I think I never shared it in this channel. And I'm started from zero, and I just think it's good to share some insights that can be valuable for other people, and so you guys also know me better. But yeah, I really hope that it was a good did maybe you resonated. Let me know in the comments. And I really appreciate if you subscribe and support the channel. And see you in the next video.